Hi everyone, I am Amrita and welcome to my channel Fries and Shine. Here you will find evidence-based, no-nonsense, nutrition-related information. And today's video is in honor of November, Diabetes Awareness Month. In today's video, I'm going to discuss a really cool trick that can help you manage your blood sugars and that can help you serve as a starting point when stuff seems to be going really wrong. I picked this up when I was working as a diabetes educator at Chopati Medical Center with Dr. Nadeem Rais. One of the first things he would say to a patient with diabetes when they entered his cabin was, "Diabetes के लिए ये 5 चीज याद रखने का." And he'd lift up his hand and count down. Diet, exercise, stress, medication, and checking or monitoring. These are 5 areas which can very directly impact your blood sugar levels. And if you're having roller coaster blood sugar levels, you can use these 5 areas and check which ones you need most work with. So let's quickly get into each of these 5 points. Food has one of the greatest impacts on your blood sugar levels from all the various lifestyle factors that can possibly affect them. Of all the macronutrients in your diet, that is carbohydrates, protein, and fats, carbs have the greatest impact on your blood sugar levels because these directly affect how and how much insulin is produced in your body. And to learn more about how insulin affects your blood sugar and your health, you can watch the detailed video on insulin in my description below. Now, just to be very clear, as someone who has diabetes, you can absolutely eat all foods and anything that you like. You just have to be a little smart about how you eat it and you need to plan it a little bit. As much as possible, choose complex sources of carbohydrates, such as those found in whole grains, fruits, vegetables, legumes, nuts, and seeds. And whenever possible, try and pair your complex carbohydrate with some source of protein, either meats, poultry, fish, eggs, dairy, beans, and legumes. Lastly, you don't need to completely avoid, but limit the consumption of refined carbohydrates and sweeteners like honey, jaggery, sugar, etc. You can also work with a dietitian and diabetes educator like myself to determine how you can fit in all your favorite foods to support your health and lifestyle. Number 2, exercise. Exercise can help improve blood glucose levels in people with diabetes because working muscles use up this excess glucose in your blood to produce energy. And the best part is that they don't even need insulin to do this. So if you have high blood sugars and you exercise, chances are you may see normal values once you're done exercising, depend on the kind of exercise you've done and the duration of your exercise. Aerobic exercises can improve your cardiovascular health, and in addition to helping improve insulin resistance, they can also decrease your risk of developing heart-related complications from the diabetes. Resistance training is also really important and can help improve muscular strength. This is basically all kind of exercise that forces muscle to work against a weight or a force. And the best part about these exercises is that you don't even always need an external weight. Your body weight can also provide resistance. In addition to helping insulin function better, these exercises can also improve your fat and muscle mass as well as improve blood pressure and blood cholesterol. Aim for 150 minutes a week of moderate intensity exercise, which is a combination of both aerobic and resistance training. Number 3, stress. People who have diabetes and are commonly or chronically stressed out can also see worsened diabetes control. In fact, you could be eating just right and exercising regularly too, but if you're stressed out too much and too often, you will still see poor diabetes control. Stress causes the release of the hormone cortisol in the blood. Your brain perceives stress as a life-threatening event, like having to run from an animal to save your life, which did used to be the case thousands of years ago. Because of this, it releases cortisol, which mobilizes glucose in your blood to help you literally run from danger. Your brain doesn't distinguish between physical and mental stress, so when you are mentally stressed, your brain's defense mechanism leaves you with high blood sugar levels. Number 4, medication. It's really important that you take your medication as instructed by your doctor because the timing determines how they will impact your blood sugar levels. Be in regular contact with your doctor so that your medications can be managed. For example, maybe you are working with a dietitian to help control your diet and you have much better blood sugar control because of this. Your medications may need to be reduced. Even and especially if you are injecting external insulin, it's really important that you stick to your insulin and meal timings because this can create an issue of low blood sugar for you, which can be unsafe for your health.
I took an extra shot of insulin in preparation for this cake today. If I don't have some cake soon, I might die.
The way that you inject your insulin, as well as how close to your meals you take it, can all impact your blood sugar levels. And if you have any questions or doubts about your insulin technique or what the correct dosage of insulin is for the food that you eat, please reach out to me and I'll try and help you figure it out. Number 5, monitoring. Monitor and check your blood sugar levels frequently, and you may need to work with your doctor or your diabetes educator to figure out what frequently means for you. Fortunately or unfortunately, blood sugars respond really instantly to changes in lifestyle and physical health, and monitoring them frequently can give you some really great information. Let's take a quick example. You could be managing your food, your exercise, your stress, and even taking your medications just fine, but you may still see fluctuating blood sugars. On analyzing, turns out you had an underlying infection that was causing these fluctuations. This does happen often, and this has happened in clinic too, which made me realize the importance of this 5-step checklist for diabetes management. This was just one example, but the idea is that checking your blood sugar regularly can help keep your health on track, and it can help you prevent any diabetes-related complications. Diabetes may seem like an overwhelming disease, but it is manageable and sometimes it's even reversible. In fact, even making small lifestyle changes can go a long way towards positively managing your diabetes. So take the opportunity this diabetes month to make the small but simple changes you need to make in order to manage your diabetes or work towards a diabetes reversal. The power to change and control your diabetes is in your 5 fingers. If this topic interests you, I've done a bunch of other videos on diabetes and you can find them all linked in my description below. That's all for today. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and also share this video with other people who may also find it helpful. If you have any questions or concerns, you can leave them in the comments below, reach out to me over email or follow me on Instagram. I hope to hear from you very soon. Until then, take care and keep shining.